to go. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. To throw on second down is Locke. Flush to his right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Moncrief. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big conversion on third for the Colts. 44 yards. On first down, Murray. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. That was second down run for Murray. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And the play clock's running down. On second down, here's Locke. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So it's third and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, here's Locke. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. And his kick is indeed good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
2nd down following the run. Again, it's Fournette. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And some room to maneuver. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Luck now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Fowler. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Now Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. Yeah.
That too.
Throwing is Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch the run. Here we go now. Ace. Left.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Watch right there.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Right. You got right. Here we go. Black 58 rail. Z. Here we go.
To throw is Bortles. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out of the gun, Luck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
3 down.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against a ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
Now it's Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Locke. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of...
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Locke on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green,
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Throwing is Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A shotgun snap for Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Black 15.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Bortles over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing now is Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A very solid gain of 27. Fresh set of downs here. Fournette on the counter. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Left, 390. 390. Ace. Ready. 390. 390.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Here we go now. 390. 390.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars' Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Luck on first down. Fights through him. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Miles Jack in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Luck. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They forced a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back up.
He's got daylight. 30, 20, and a touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That one goes for 24 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. To throw is Luck. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Off of play action, Luck being chased out left. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They run the counter now on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here's Luck. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. The Colts on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. The Colts send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Second down following the run.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go play action here on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Luck. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now a 1st down throw, Luck. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play, now it's 2nd down. To the air again, Luck. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Again, Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sua Cravens coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Slow. Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Green 90. Green 90. Left.
Bortles to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. He's back to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Curry. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Curry. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Luck now to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Bortles. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one is incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. Luck now to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Miles Jack bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. The Colts send out their punter on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. What can Bortles do now with his drive? Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they said it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Left. Switch. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go. Green 39.
Fournette, a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Ace. Z. Freeze. Green.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. A handoff to Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Man left. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And another timeout taken by the Colts. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Left. Check it track. Left. Hey, turn it up. Black, slow. Slam. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch the whip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime then it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Jaguars, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.